Hello everyone, this is Mythbuilder, and I'm joined by,
Kaiser Finney.
and
Hi
we are,
everyone.
and we are playing Invisible Ink. So last time we pulled off a daring mission on Sankaku, and we got a bunch of stuff. We have a ton of money right now, which is great.
So it means time to hit a nanofab?
Yeah, so I'm pretty happy with our little program setup. I would like to get rid of Mercenary personally because, um, I think it does work, and we can sort of work around it. And part of that has been the quirks of this campaign. I'm just more used to something like rapier or lockpick. Um, this will do.
Oh yeah, but it's still a quick and dirty solution.
Hmm.
And it's more usable as the alarm goes up and you need it in emergency situations than rapier, for example.
That's true. Rapier sort of fails you if like the situation accidentally goes to like alarm level 8. So for Central, I'm going to boost her Anarchy up by 1 so that she can use the Paralyzer. And then the Crybaby, I'm going to give to Central, I guess. Give her 1 strength. They need her
I'm
to be
very
able to.
surprised.
They
Oh,
need
sorry.
one. I need 1 item slot on each person. So yeah, Kaiser, what were you saying?
I'm very surprised how quick the agents were able to move in the previous missions. Only now I noticed they are at speed 1.
Yeah. I tend to actually not upgrade speed most of the time, probably to my detriment, unless it's a speed dedicated character. Um, I prefer sort of strength hacking and anarchy early game. As the game goes on, anarchy sort of like falls off. Um, at least in campaign. In endless mode, anarchy is super useful because it just makes your econ sing.
Unless you are archive banks. No, wait, that would be hacking.
This is true. Hmm. So I need to. Yes, I'm gonna give Central plus 1 strength because she needs 1 item slot, and I can't remove any of these. Similarly, Draco, he's gonna go on that. We're gonna keep the drilling dart even though it's at 2 ammo because we're probably likely to run into an anafab, and so reloading it will be 400. Alright, so with this setup, I think we're gonna hit one of these locations. Because yeah, server farms I think we're good for now. So let's hit this location. I think we might be able to make it over here in 8 hours. And we're at 19. So yeah, our next mission will be our last mission for the day.
Most nanofabs have advanced security protocols to prevent unlicensed fabrication. The
Wait, it'll
fabricator
be
at
the
this
last mission
location
for
has
the
been
day. Does that
compromised,
mean the
so we will
special
be able to
surprise
construct a
will
wider
happen
range
then?
of items.
Because it's quote unquote the halfway point?
Hmm? Oh no, the halfway point for endless mode is so at day 5 they start doing special stuff, and then day 10, day 15, day 20, like that.
Ah.
It's a little bit
I
different
heard
from
a
campaign.
I heard a recent patch bumps up the maximum alarm level from 10 to 20.
Infiltration successful.
Maximum alarm level?
Yes, the security level
Oh, security level.
from the
Yeah, alarm level only goes up to 6.
Yeah, but I heard that in higher security levels, blowfish activates as soon as you get in
Yep,
the mission.
yep. That is super annoying when that happens. Central, you've been saying the same line for like the past couple missions. What's up?
Hmm.
Okay, so we see a nice little safe there. It won't hurt to put a parasite on it, but I think we should save our breaks for at the end. So I'm gonna move Central out here. Peek. Alright, nice little room. 2 exits. Okay, so I think that's it for this turn. Set a parasite. Enter.
What was that?
Huh.
So
I heard.
that happened.
I actually heard that sometimes happens in Expert Plus.
Yeah, so the guards can actually walk into your starting room. But yeah, that was nice, but we can deal with it. All right, gotta get the bonus off him. Steal the stuff. Pass card? Yeah, why not? Let's keep it. Now I'm actually gonna leave him there because I'm gonna have Central double back. Actually, Central is going to. No, I shouldn't have a sprint. That's too risky. Double back, paralyze him, close the door. Should probably reprimand Draco for not closing the door. See, I like to invent like little. Have you ever watched the cartoon series Archer?
No, I haven't.
So Archer is all about a spy agency. And viewers, you probably know Archer. So I don't need to tell you. But Archer is about a spy agency runs by basically the world's most incompetent people. And it's hilarious.
Is so like Get Smart?
Maybe? I'm not familiar with that.
So Get Smart was a comedy series, I think from the 70s or 80s, in which you had a secret agent called Maxwell Smart,
Hmm.
and he was working for an agency called Control, and his opponents were called Chaos. And while the missions and the settings were very serious, Maxwell was just beyond incompetent, but somehow he was so incredibly lucky that he was their top agent.
Do you know about the Man from Uncle?
I've heard that about that. I haven't seen it.
Yeah. Like there was this sort of like almost like I think 70s era of like you would have sort of like these British and American shows about spies, probably because you were like in the middle of the Cold War. So I'm not debating about hacking this nanofab, because if I hack the nanofab, I can grab a charge pack, and then Draco can use his gun. But
Even though
it might be validate.
yes, but I think that considering that Draco has no manner of self-defense at the moment, that safety net, even if you need to take out one guard, it still pays for itself because you still get one free shot.
Okay, so if this is validate, it is all Kaiser's fault.
Yep. Let's see. Get Smart was from. Oh my god. It was from 1965.
Wow, that's old. I think the only
And
like old show that I've watched like that far back was probably the Star Trek the original series.
it was created by Mel Brooks and Buck Henry, and
Oh, Mel
the
Brooks.
person who played. Yeah, the classic. And the person who played Maxwell Smart was Don Adams. It's a really, really funny series, even today. If
Wow.
anyone gets a chance to see it, I recommend it wholeheartedly.
Cool. Okay, so we have a thermal disruptor 2 here. This is actually fairly good. And since we're power staple, it's probably something we want to pick up. But I think Central should pick it up. So what I'm thinking is I grab the charge pack and the thermal disruptor 2, hold on to it for Central when we eventually rendezvous.
What does the cryptology brain chip do?
That's something that Draco already has. Also, we don't have any slots.
Oh, I remember that
Yeah.
one. Yep.
So, encumbered right now. I'm probably gonna drop this. I don't like keeping Draco out here, especially knowing that there's a guard over here. But, yeah, what you gonna do? there. Peek. Ooh. Yeah, I'm not gonna risk it. We were lucky the first time. I'm just gonna set Central to ambush because I'm getting paranoid about ambushes in general.
I forget what is the, let's say, flavor security of KNO.
KNL, they are Wayland, I guess. They are the sort of private security kind of people. Their special guards are the dude that can see 180 degrees. Um,
Let's hope for stationary. There we go.
I think this is what you were talking about, of like cover works like cover, even though like it logically should not work.
Yep, Clay made an awesome presentation on GDC about how they went about developing Invisible Ink, and how they essentially, before they figured out what spy feels like, it was just a very unfocused XCOM. And then they started talking about why they programmed stealth that way.
Yeah, Invisible is an interesting sort of combination of spy-fi and a little bit of like cyberpunk. I kind of wish they focused more on the spy-fi stuff.
Additional cameras activated.
But hey, augments are
Yeah.
cool.
I also find it really interesting. Oh, hello.
Yeah, we're at alarm level 1, and we didn't even get to use mercenary. I'm sad.
Although we do have some very valuable information. We know that the elevator is nowhere near that room, and we know that if validate happens, it'll summon inside that room. So that means this is actually not such a bad map to trigger validate on.
Huh? No, we know where the elevator is. Elevator is over here. The guard elevator, at least.
No, I mean the exit.
Ah, okay.
Essentially, one way or another, the guard elevator is gonna be away from the exit. So this scenario is not so bad to trigger validate on.
I don't know, man. I've come to believe that like every scenario, it's bad to trigger validate on.
Every scenario, what?
Every scenario, it's bad to trigger validate on.
Yes.
I don't know. Like I've become so paranoid of that. So how
In
does-
Invisible,
So how does Portcullis work with
let's see.
-2 firewalls broken per program? Oh, no, it hacked that. I'm so confused.
It essentially means that, for example, if you were using, let's say, mercenary breaks 2, right?
Oh, it
It would-
reduces it down to 1?
Exactly.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
It's just a really not so bad power tax. It's bad, but not as bad. And essentially does nothing to Parasite.
Okay, so should I... So I've got 6 to move around. And I know that a guard comes through here. And I don't really want to trigger that guard, but I don't want to lose sort of my ground. So what I'm thinking is I equip the thermal disruptor, because that's not on cooldown, and I overwatch here. Because we'll probably not be going through this area again. At least that's my hope. No,
By the way,
no, we will, because Central has to go through here, but you know, Paralyzer will be on by the time she gets to here. But the problem
Yeah.
with the thermal disruptor is it only knocks them out for 2 instead of 3.
well, you can pin them down until Central gets there. By then, she should have the stim off cooldown.
Okay, let's go with that.
Sorry, the paralyzer.
Okay, we don't even need to use it.
By the way, have you noticed a weird contrast in the way characters feel in Invisible versus XCOM?
There's a massive
In
contrast.
Yeah, I mean, in Invisible, you have specialized characters, but you tend to see them in in the sense of their ability. In XCOM, you have generic characters, but you tend to see them as individuals,
Hmm.
even though there's a lot of RNG black magic on what kind of specialization they take.
For Invisible or XCOM?
XCOM,
Ah, but the specialization you get to choose. Oh, you mean from recruit to squatty?
exactly.
Okay, yeah. Um, that's. I don't think that's RNG black magic. I believe there's a specific set of triggers that pushes them towards. So for example, if that unit uses items, they're more likely to be support. If that unit stays away from the rest of the team, stuff like that. But that can be mitigated by getting, I think, a certain perk. And I believe the Long War mod takes out that randomness entirely.
Hmm. Yeah, I think you're right because I've never seen anyone uh, be in general disappointed into what their squads evolved into.
Well,
It's like, oh, this is what I needed.
um, to an extent, a lot of players early on accidentally create a ton of snipers, and that is usually not ideal for early game. So I'm gonna move Draco here to steal from that safe. I don't think that guard will see me. Yeah, but we're losing time, and that's what I'm kind of worried about. If this is a big layout, then yeah, we have not explored enough for alarm level 1.
There are at least 4 more rooms.
Yeah. Alright, so that guard
I think
going back and forth is causing a bit of a problem. So we need to take him out.
in general, I think they use 10 rooms per level, and then they're so this is a bit of on the tech side. What Clay normally does is they generate about a certain number of rooms, and I've noticed that 10 has been in general their magic number, and then they run some algorithms on them and merge certain rooms.
Mm-hmm. I'm getting a bit of a tin can effect on you. Oh, I think we lost him. It's too bad. Alright, so now that we have that one pinned down, I'm going to move Central up ahead, have her peek through. I hope that Skype sound is not coming through. Or if it is, I hope it is not too intrusive. Alright, so we've spotted the elevator, but we've also spotted the Spec Ops dude. And that Spec Ops dude is annoying. So we're gonna put a parasite on there. Move Draco up here. Let's get the boost off him. I guess plus 2 attack. So I'm wondering if those are like on a set rotation or something. Slip on through. There's a turret. Okay. So for the turret, let's. That's unfortunate. The power supply is bugged. So let's.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I don't think it's sharing the screen though.
No, not at the moment.
Alright, so let me share screens. And
I
we're
just
back.
want to make sure. Did you use incognito on Skype?
Did I now? So no, we've spotted one of the Spec Ops guys. So these guys are one of KNO's nice little features. These guys have 180-degree line of sight, which makes them very annoying to sneak around. Also, KNO is well known for their turrets, which are linked to power supplies. And the problem here is the turret can be hacked easily. The power supply has a daemon on it. And not knowing what daemon is on it, I am not going to risk breaking that. So this is...
Can the turret be deactivated once hacked?
So if you hack the turret part of it, it's going to start shooting like at enemies. If you hack the power supply, it stops working. But we have a slight problem here. There's a laser panel on the J3 grid, and the power supply is not for the J3 grid. So I think that we'll need to explore here to break and proceed this way. Luckily we found the exit, so we know where we are going. But for now, I think one of us, and I think that'll probably have to be Central, will have to be parked here, whereas Draco will have to go and explore. So this is unfortunate. We're losing time due to like backtracking and stuff. I hope this doesn't come to haunt us too badly. I'm gonna leave Draco out in the open because worst case scenario he can use the drilling dart. Kaiser, are you still there? Yeah.
Yes, but the video's feed is lagging a lot.
Yeah, that might just be due to my connection. Alright. Next turn.
I think it's starting to get back to normal.
Yeah. Oh yeah, firewalls increase on the second one. But luckily Dynamo comes in. Save the day. So one thing that I'm going to do is... Nah, I'm not going to do that.
One thing I missed was where does the exit elevator
Right here.
where ah
Oh yeah, we had taken control of this camera drone. I completely forgot. I really wish they would list it on the action bar, because sometimes you just forget that you took control of a camera drone. Okay, so it looks like this room is useless. So when this drone goes down, I'll take control of it again, and then I'll have it explore these areas. Oh, I'm being so dumb.
oh wait,
I forgot, like I didn't see that there was a door going this way.
I just remembered something.
What's up?
What happens if the camera sees the drone go down?
If the camera sees the drone go down, not a problem. If the guard sees the drone go down, they will change patrols. So you're right. This guard is probably almost definitely going to turn around. That's going to be a problem. Okay, so we're faced with a bit of a dilemma here. This turret is watching this area. Next turn, this turret goes down. I'm going to have Central sneak through this door over here, which I didn't notice my first time around. And then I'm going to have Draco explore here. But this guard is awake, so we need to... Oh, and I forgot to give Central the new... I am totally messing this up. Oh, this is bad. This is really, really bad.
Now that I think about it. Oh wait. I was just wondering how to even ambush the 180 degrees guard, but you just use an obstacle.
Yeah. Alright, so he's discovered the fallen drone. He's gonna go investigate that. That's fine. That allows us to step past. Peek. Okay, it doesn't look like there's anything special here. There is a safe. We can... Let's break that. Why not? No sign of the nanofab vestibule yet. And we're at alarm level 2. So this is not good. A safe. A daemon database. There, we were looking for you. See? Validate. Validate. Frickin' validate.
Oh, but Felix. Felix is good.
To an extent. The power supply, though, I can definitely just put this on. And okay, so there's the fire supply, power supply for the grid as well. So let's get that down. And
Oh, now I see. So, the interesting contrast is that Parasite is probably the single breaker least affected by Portcullis,
Mhm.
and I might have mispronounced that horribly, but I won't tell anybody. While on the other hand, Mercenary is probably the single breaker most impacted by that daemon.
No, I would argue that Hammer is.
The one that's 5.5?
Yeah. Alright, so we have a bit of a situation here. Here is the nanovab that we want to hack, because it's the big one. And we do have enough money for it. We have 1.8, which is pretty decent. But we don't have space. So Draco's going to be encumbered as he sort of comes through. So we'll need to play around that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to break that right there. And we will check the vestibule next turn. I wonder who recorded the guard voices. It must have been the guys at Clay.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But I've never seen in their streams anyone that sounds like that.
Okay, so we have a ton of good stuff here. So let's go through each one. Subdermal cloak, probably not going to be useful for us. Penetration scanner, pretty useful, but we don't have the space for it yet. Reactive moimer, I remember telling you about this. This one is, it reduces AP by 2, but then their AP pool goes up by the alarm level. And then predictive brawling. Predictive brawling is really great. I'm actually probably going to buy it for Draco.
In my current run, I actually just got that for Sharp.
Right. Oh, with Sharp, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Alright, so on the weapons side, we have a Volt Disruptor 3. That's pretty cool, but it consumes 5 power to knock a guard out for 3 turns. Thermal Disruptor 1, we don't care so much about. Another Volt Disruptor 3, and a Biogenic Dart. This is really useful.
That's the one that recharges automatically?
Yes, so I will probably give this to Central. So we're gonna do something a little bit dangerous here. We're gonna sell that Mangel, buy the Biogenic Dart, and buy us Predictor Brawling. Well, you can't install it. You don't have the space for it yet, so we'll need to make the space. Okay, so this is gonna be a little bit tough. Sort of kind of getting out of this, but I think a -1 is pretty much all he can take. Indeed. Luckily, we won't run out of power anymore. That's a thing of the past. Alright, so now is the trick of arranging this whole journey. How do we do that in a way that is feasible? Because there's also other stuff that I want to buy, but we don't have space. I think that's a big problem that we ran into. Central now has net downlink for days. Peak. Excellent. Alright, so Central is gonna just hold down this card. And Draco is gonna run. No, he can't sprint. Because he's encumbered. That would explain that. I really wish you could like stack cards on top of each other, but that would be kind of broken. Are you there, Kaiser? I think we lost him.
My mic was muted and I never noticed.
Perfect. Just like our team meetings.
So, what happened was you can stack them.
No, you cannot stack them on top of each other. You can stack them if a guard is investigating a fallen guard, and then you hit them with a ranged weapon. No, you cannot. You cannot actually stack them.
But you can do something similar. You can have one agent that's holding a guard and on top of the one that's knocked out. That's actually possible.
Really?
Yes.
No, no, no.
Isn't it?
No, you can do this, but
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
but you can't like that's not gonna reduce the that's not gonna consider it as pinning both.
Seriously?
Yeah, it doesn't nah, it doesn't do it as pinning both. This other guard still ticks down. Okay, so now let's do some trading. Can we not trade? Yeah. Okay, alright, so we have a bunch of things. So firstly, give Central the Biogenic Dart, give Draco the Neural Disruptor, and the Predictor Brawling stays where it is. So, and also give Draco the Med Gel. Oh no, Central has one more slot. So okay, give her the Med Gel. Alright. So next turn, my Paralyzer comes back. We will probably use that. I really wish we could install this, but we need to create space for it first. So the thing Draco's going to do next is go and sell this Neural Disruptor. Or we could just drop it. That works too. Because next level is Alarm Level 3, and I'm not a huge fan of Alarm Level 3.
Alarm level 3 is technically the last semi-safe one.
Yeah, basically like after 3, you really, really don't want to be where you are. Okay, so let's have Central drag this card over here. And turn.
And that's actually one of the interesting things that Invisible does. It essentially in a lot of games you're super concerned with finding all the loot possible. And Invisible essentially trains you to, if it's in the path of the main mission, then go for it, but don't deviate too much. Find the exit, find the objective, because otherwise you won't have time to get that and survive.
Yeah. I think
That's a pretty refreshing take on it.
it's risk and reward mechanics. You've seen it. You see it in a ton of board games.
Right. I'll be right back in just one moment.
Indeed. I think we're pretty close to the end of the mission. Alright, so Park Central over there. And then next turn, I think, yeah, Draco's gonna come through, and I think he can get the KO bonus off at least one of those cards, hopefully. And that'll help him move to that position. Luckily, Central has a biogenic dart now, so that'll give her a bit of a chance. Nope, can't get the bonus. Let's close the door. I'm surprised how, like, not strapped for power we are anymore. Let's take that down. Put a thing on it. Let's also put a thing on this. Okay, no bonus. No bonus. Really wish we found a shock trap. Central has the thermal, right? She does not have the thermal. We need to trade her the thermal. Okay, so give her the thermal disruptor, give him the med gel. Yeah, I think that's fair. Alright, and this guard is headed in that direction. Excellent. And yeah, we have turned that off, but we can turn on that turret if we ever need to. As for this little bot is going to go here. Close the door behind himself. Yeah, we really don't need what is in that. We have sufficient credits. And that guard is going to be in that direction, so it is far too dangerous to attempt. Okay, set up the ambush. We probably won't be needing it. Excellent. Alright, so the path is clear, so we can make a run for it.
I'm back.
Yep. And we are going to end the mission.
I'm surprised 180-degree sight body didn't pose as big a threat.
Because he's going off looking into this corner like a dumb person. But yeah, that's the mission. Like, it was surprisingly short. And we got a lot of cool stuff out of it.
Anytime you can get out of a mission with everything before alarm level 4, it just feels so very satisfying.
Yeah. And hey, we only disturbed 2 guards in the process. Okay, so let's look at our haul. So we hacked a bunch of things, and surprisingly, never lost power. We have predicted brawling, which we're going to put in storage until Draco gets a slot. The biogenic dart will be super useful. The thermal disruptor will be super useful. Like, yeah, this is basically we kitted out Central with all kinds of cool stuff. Alright, and so we will put this here. And
Things are going buttery smooth.
yeah, I think so. Alright, it's day 3 now.
Be prepared. It makes me think of the song from The Lion King.
Which one? Which one?
The one that Scar sings while he's...
Oh, with the hyenas? Be prepared!
That somehow he has magical powers of the songs that make volcanoes have mini eruptions.
Dude, Scar was awesome.
Yeah. I thought the way he died was perfectly creepy.
Mm-hmm. So, looking at the host of missions, so we have an Executive Terminals mission, that's a security level 4. Yeah, It's like 11 hours away. We have the other nanofab that we can hit. We have 800, which isn't great, but we can find a bunch of things. There's still the server farm that we will eventually need to hit. One of them is level 3, the other one's level 4. We have 2 security dispatches that have opened up. These are useful because they have equipment that is kind of hard to find. There is one by Plastic over here. There is one by KNO over here. And
So,
we have a cybernetics lab. So we definitely want to hit the cybernetics lab today. So I'm thinking we hit the security dispatch, then hit the cybernetics lab.
I was actually thinking maybe go to the server farm because in terms of weapons, Draco and Central are pretty well off. And with the extra buffer from the for Incognita, maybe that means hitting the cybernetics lab and then a detention center would be easier.
Yeah, so it's day 3, so around this time, detention centers are a good thing to check. And the storage is slowly like filling up, so we'll probably need to deal with that soon. So next time we'll probably hit this KNO server farm right here, and that'll give us enough time to hit the cybernetics lab, because we definitely want to hit this because we have something that we want to install, and we want to get slots for both Draco and Central. All right, so we will do that next time. This is Mythbuilder signing off.
See you later, everybody.
No, Kaiser, you're supposed to be like Kaiser signing off or something cool. I don't know. We need like a catchphrase.
Guys are signing off. Insert catchphrase here.
I guess that'll do. All right, see you guys later. Bye.
Later. Bye.